Welcome to the Footprints Conversation series, where we explore and apply biblical leadership principles at our workplace as believers whose positions and businesses are sacred calling and ministry. Do you want to understand the purpose behind the tough times and challenges you may be going through? First Lady Esther wants to tell you of being enrolled in the Lord's University of Shaping for you to be prepared and used for greater things at your workplace. Please let's welcome the First Lady to the Footprints Conversations. I am always thankful to you and your audience for the opportunity to share what the Lord did in my life. I am praying it will encourage someone to connect with the Lord too. Yes, we hope and pray for that too. That's why we are happy to have you back. This time to help us with how to advance in our career with no stress. You are an orphan who became the most powerful woman in Persia. Tell us, how was that possible? Yes, I lost my parents when I was still a kid. Looking back, I can tell you the Lord does not make a mistake, even when you had such a tragic beginning in life as I did. I hope I am talking with someone who may be going through what I went through as a kid. Can you tell us a bit about growing up in Persia? We want to know more about that. First of all, my uncle and I were not citizens of Persia, which was the superpower like the United States at that time. So imagine a life of an immigrant, the challenges and difficulties you go through in someone's land. My uncle worked as a gateman or watchman, so he was not earning a lot. We were poor. Besides, I didn't have my mom and dad around. I was an orphan. Moreover, I was a girl who was vulnerable to all forms of abuse, neglect, and discrimination you could think of. Could you imagine such a life? Not at all. That might have been, though. A poor, vulnerable orphan and immigrant girl. Did you ever regret growing up in that condition? Of course, who will not? I would have wished my mom and dad were around. But the Lord knows better, as I came to find out. The Lord used the opportunity of being an orphan to be raised by my uncle Mordecai, who is an amazing man of faith and became my mentor and senior advisor. The tough conditions I grew up in gave me the opportunity for my training. You touched on an important point. How did being raised as an orphan in a foreign land and in such tough conditions you an opportunity for your training? I didn't attend any of the top schools in Persia. My uncle couldn't afford it with his small salary. But the training I had at what I call the Lord's University of Shaping was more valuable and rewarding. What I learnt was never taught in any of the top universities in Persia. The Lord used adversity as a training ground to form, shape, and prepare me for the top female position in Persia. I like the way you call it, the Lord's University of Shaping indeed. And it's a better university than any Ivy League university. That's interesting. In human resources language, can we say that tough times and challenges could become development pathways for building resilience, emotional intelligence, humility, adaptability, and leadership readiness according to your experience? You are right on point. Imagine rising to such a top position as First Lady without the character formation, ethical grounding, and people-centered leadership that such responsibility requires. The Lord did not want me to occupy that position with arrogance, entitlement, corruption, or the belief that I was better than every girl and woman in Persia. Let me tell your audience, whatever you are going through at your workplace may be shaping your competence, strengthening your character, and preparing you for greater responsibility. You are being shaped for greater things. Trust your Lord. Amazing insights, amazing experience, audience. The Can Do Leaders Network could partner with you through the executive coaching and training programs to help you translate the tough and challenging times to enhance your competence, shape your character, and prepare you for something great in your career. The network has experienced former executives to help you apply these biblical principles at your workplace. Email us and you will never regret the results. We guarantee you. Let's give it to the First Lady. She deserves all the applause.
If this Footprints conversation has been a blessing to you, pass it on to be a blessing to others. Are you a believer committed to fulfilling your calling at your workplace and marketplace? We have several resources to help you do that. Just subscribe at the YouTube channel to receive new resources we create every week.